Hey guys, and welcome to BenchyWars. My name is Eric, and on this brand new channel, you and I are going to dive deep into vibe coding. As a collective, as a group, we will be developing this game, BenchyWars. You know Benchy. Benchy is the coolest thing on the internet. If you have a 3D printer at home, you have probably one day printed out the 3D Benchy, and I think it's an iconic model that we as makers love. I am a software developer, mainly focusing on embedded systems, but today we are going to use AI to help us try and develop a game in Java, HTML, CSS, whatever. Now, I'm not very qualified in this, but together with AI, I think we will get very far. And as AI develops better and better and better, the game will become better and better and better. And maybe one day it will just look like this. Hey, stick around and let's dive right in. All right, so how do we kick this off? First of all, we want to just have different AIs generate the code for us. That way it goes quick and we have different options to go. So I've got Grok, ChatGPT, and Google AI open up, Gemini. I've got this little story here, create a little fun game called BenchyWars.com, blah, 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 blah. Here's how I control it. I want to use Benchy GLB. This is just a little 3D file that we want to use. And I want to have it baby blue, pink, blah, blah, blah. Just, and one important thing that I've put in there is I want it to be HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in one file here. That way it's easy to copy, paste, try, and do all that sort of stuff. So let's give Grok the go ahead there. We'll do the same for this little fella and here as well. All right, so while the AIs are running in the background, I am going to make a new folder, BenchyWars, and in this folder I will put a little text file called index.html, and we'll do this. It will give you a pop-up. Fine. So this is an empty file as we speak. Now I've got the Benchy right here. That's my Benchy 3D file. I can open it up actually and you'll see it here. So that's just something I've grabbed from the internet, and that's just a nice model. So we'll use that. That's in here. So let's put the code into this code, and to do that I'll actually open up Visual Code. All right, so here we have I have opened up this project here in Visual Code. Visual Code is a free program, easy to download. Just type it in Google and you'll have it. Here you can see we see the Benchy and we see the index.html. Now I will come here and see what magic Grok has come up with. I'll copy it, paste it here, we'll save it, and then what we will do is we will go and say terminal, new terminal, and we want to use this code here, Python HTTP server. So we're running a local little server, and when I go here I can actually localhost 8,000, boom. All right, wow. That is the first go. That, let's see, I can drive. I can drive. Holy moly. Okay. Yeah. All right. I can shoot cannons as well. See that? Obviously the model is very big, which is not very helpful, I guess. But I do see my own Benchy here. See, I have already scored 3 points actually. I don't know how that happened. All right, this is Grok's first attempt. Whoa, what's happening here? Yeah, I don't have much control, but nevertheless, I can see the balls are shooting out. That's not bad. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT has cooked up for us. So basically, just by trying different ones, we can take that as a baseline for what we want to do. So I'll take the code from ChatGPT, 180 lines, not much. We'll pop it in here, and I've saved it. And now what I can do is I can run that. So I'll refresh the code here, and we'll see what it comes up with. Ain't seen nothing yet. Ooh, ooh. Okay, I see a score. Obviously, often what happens is we will just need to see if there's an error, which there is. So let's give ChatGPT the benefit of the doubt here. We'll tell it what it's done wrong or where it failed, and we'll see, aha, I got it, blah, blah, blah. Replace section, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not really good with the Java stuff. So what I normally do is use this and recreate the full code. Boom. All right. In the meantime, we will go and visit this little fella. Whoa, dude. She's rocking it. All right. So we'll see what Gemini has come up with. This is Gemini 2.5. So let's see what they did. So let's go back to the code. We'll paste it in here. Wow. That one came up with like 500 lines in one go. And we will now restart this little game here. I see no errors. Speed should, but to be honest, I do not see anything as well. Let's take this away. Let's see. Speed, steer, QRE should. It's put all this stuff in here, but and there's a score, but I don't see the Benchy. Okay, so let's put that back in here. Check the code and give a new full code that works. Rocks. All right. So we'll go back here and see what ChatGPT has cooked up. It's always a bit copy. There is a preview button here, but in general that probably doesn't work because it does not know where to find the Benchy. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But all right, so here we are back at it with the ChatGPT code. Whoa, dude. Hey, wait. This. Whoa. All right. Whoa, dude. This is still the Gemini code running here. Whoosh. That is cool. Whoa, it's sailing backwards, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's doing. I do get code. Oh, wow, it's actually hitting me. This is a, whoa. This is exactly what I want to do with the game. See, you have to, because that's the whole point in the game, is you have to account for the speed of the other boat. And he's hitting me like crazy. Go away. Hit. This is really cool. I don't know why it first didn't work. All right, not bad. So yeah, that's a one game. Like this is one time run. I've only tried once. Gemini 2.5. Gemini 2.5 does have sort of a thinking mode. He's winning, man. When I get close, he's too good. When I'm further away, I have a bit of a chance. I'm not sure what's happening. Let me just restart this. I'll get the code back in, and then we'll try again. Here we are. I don't know. It must have had trouble trying to load. Why is this? Now everything is changed again. I'm actually floating. All right, but hey, look. Okay, so it's saying speed. So the speed, yeah. So the WS is my speed. A and D is my steering. That's what I actually told it to do. I can shoot left and right. Oh man, this is not bad. This is a good start, man. I don't know why it keeps drifting. I wonder if that's just the other boat sailing backwards. I think I think the other boat is sailing backwards. That is cool. I'm hitting him. Yes, I've got him. Yes, there we go. Man, this is not bad at all. And you can see that the bulls are actually disappearing into the water. That is cool too. This is really awesome. All right, let's see what ChatGPT came up with. We'll save this and we'll keep going with ChatGPT as well. All right, well, I've been trying back and forth a few times, and the ChatGPT code is still giving me this error, which it continuously gives. I don't know why it doesn't fix it for me. And I have the same issue with Grok, but I have a little idea. First, Grok has just finished its code again. We'll say save and we'll try it. And we'll see maybe, yeah, look, does the water have waves? Yeah, the water has waves. And the boat is rocking on it too. Look, man, that's cool. I can shoot, score 10, score 20. Wow, I'm not even missing. What happens if I sail off the map? The other one is just following me. That is not bad. Look, there's water. The colors are a bit dark, but that's alright. This is pretty impressive. I'm driving off the map here. Alright, let me just see if I can scale it down a bit, and we'll take it from there. Still, man, ChatGPT is struggling with this. Same error. Alright, so what we will do is we will open another Google Studio, and I'm gonna, yeah, sorry ChatGPT, but I'm gonna give Gemini the code that ChatGPT gave me. This is not working. I get this error. Pop. I'll copy this error again. Fix it and give me the full new code. Run. Boom. So we'll see what that comes up with. Then we'll check if this one's actually finished. So I've asked a new color scheme here. Save. And this, guys, this is basically all I do. Is I'm just going back and forth between the different AIs and, you know, mucking around just until I have something that properly works. Also, it's shooting left and right, I think, randomly. But it's not bad. There's waves. There's. I'll see if I can get the lighting fixed. All right. So even Gemini is struggling with this. It has this problem. Fix it and give me full code. Boom. Run. Okay, so I did get ChatGPT's version working by importing it into Gemini. And what I do see and love is the reflection of the boat in the water here. The other boat is shooting at me. It's actually not doing a bad job aiming for me. See that? Oh, that's pretty good. So that's another pretty cool thing. All right, let's finish this episode. I've done some extra work in the background. I've asked Gemini to create a sort of a homepage where we can choose the different games that we are playing. That was pretty easy to generate. I've generated based on this image that ChatGPT created for me. I have to say ChatGPT is the best in creating these types of images. I've put the 3 games from Grok, ChatGPT, and Gemini as separate files in there, and another one that I already previously had been mucking around with. That one will be the combined version of the game in the end, but for now I'm just gonna launch this online. So let's have a look at what that actually looks like. Here we are. So if you go to BenchyWars.com right now, this is what you will see. It's made this beautiful homepage, little bit of a container in the middle with some buttons for the 4 games. I actually accounted for advertisement on here as well. Now obviously I don't want that to be too intrusive, but hey, a little bit of advertisement does no harm. Let's go from the bottom to the top, because I think this is a good ranking, and let's start there. So at the bottom of the list we have ChatGPT 4.5. Came up with a pretty nifty game. I did change the colors a little bit. I like these color schemes, and what I like is the reflection in the water, so that's something that I'm taking with me. And what I also like is the auto aim of the opponent here. So if I do not move, then it always hits me. You can see here it's a full hit, and yeah, it's doing really well with the auto aim. See that? That obviously is just a mathematical equation, but it has done that for me, which is cool. I can also hit him, obviously. It's a bit tougher, but hey, this is a cool game. When he gets to the end, it will restart at the bottom. I like that as well. That way you're never out of the playing field. A bit like Snake. There was a version of Snake that did that. Yeah, cool little game. Had lots of trouble getting it running though, so that's why I think it's at the bottom of the list. All right, let's go to Grok. That's this one. Also, I think all of them are moving sideways. Just imagine that they are not. I think it's just the rotation of the GLB file that it's struggling with. What I like about this one, obviously the colors are still a bit off. I think that's something to do with lighting. I did try to fix that, but I had some trouble with that. What I like is the boat is actually rocking. You see that? That's nice. It's made fields with waves, which is really cool. I didn't even know you could do that. So it must have auto-generated those waves. Also, that's cool. When it tries to shoot, you can see a little puff from the cannon hole, and you can see the ball landing in the water, which is also pretty amazing. It somehow came up here. This is a bit of an issue. Once the other boat syncs up with me, then it's pretty nasty. But somehow it came up with popping these little crates in the water, which is something that I really like. I think we could use that, you know, as points or as, I don't know, bullet cannonballs or whatever. So you picking up these crates, that is a great idea. So I love that. And I love this little thing at the top here, where when you fire, you can see the reloading. That is a smart little idea as well. And again, you can't see that, but let me just make the screen a little bit smaller. This little nifty small map that it's created. So you can see where the opponent is. If I refresh it, then you can actually see there's 2 dots on there. I think before what I did see as well, it would put the crates on there. I'm not sure why that's not showing up anymore. But yeah, I like that a lot. That is cool. These crates, they put a whole different different feel to the game. So that's cool. So there's a good few points that I'm taking with me to the big game, and I love how this sort of stuff, it just, because you're using different AIs and different runs at it, you get all these ideas that you didn't previously have. So kudos to Grok for that one. And then last but not least, Gemini. Obviously this one we were really surprised with when it first came and started. What I like about this one is the camera movements. I didn't notice that before, but it's actually really cool that if you sway around, it shows you different sides of the boat. It's also somehow offset by, I think, 15 degrees. But as well, this one is sailing sideways. You see this? It's sailing sideways, which is fine. We'll fix that in the later future version. I like as well that the bulls, they are actually making a little bit of a loop, so they go. Really, there's not much to this one. I think I favored this one. I think because it worked right out of the box. Like it, I haven't done. I've changed the colors a little bit, but you know, it's not much that I've done, and yeah, I like that. It's actually pretty hard to not be hit and to hit him, so that's cool as well. Yeah, so that's that one. Now I'll show you the last one as well, which is this one. I'm not sure if I actually think this is the best one, but this is the first one that I made. This The reason I put this at the top is you can actually play this one from your iPhone or your mobile device. So I think I've put extra controls in. And this one was generated by using all the different AIs. So just have a play with this one, and the fun thing with this one is if I hit the boat, it actually capsizes, and yeah, you can actually see that it's hit. And there's also a, yeah, what do you call it, like a collision detection. So if I hit it at the right point, which is actually just in the center, I think, of the thing, uh, which is hard enough. Here you go. So if I hit it, then it also capsizes. It doesn't give me points, but yeah. All right, so we're gonna finish up there. This is it for now. Thank you for watching. Please play the game, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye. Ciao.